Welcome to episode number 89 of the Chris Rose Rotation, a production of John Boy Media, and today brought to you by our friends over at Geek. I'm so excited. It's been a while since I've seen this guy face to face, or at least Zoom to Zoom, or YouTube to YouTube, or whatever the heck we want to call this thing. Miguel Rojas of the Miami Marlins. What's up with the hair, man?
What do you got? What do you think? You know, I went with the shorter hair. For all of you that are just listening, I just got a new haircut. I got a line on the side of my head, you know, a little line on my eyebrow. I feel like I'm looking younger. And I don't know, man. After having my hair paint for, you know, I dyed my hair and I have it for a long time, so I feel like my hair was like kind of dry, and I needed to make a change. You know, I wanted to look a little bit more, you know, respectable, I guess, in the clubhouse and stuff. And so I said, you know what, I'm gonna caught up with all the color in the hair and all that. So I'm gonna look meaner this year.
Okay, well, I gotta ask, first of all, the opinion of a few very important people. Let's start with the boss. What does Mama think of it?
Oh, she likes it because I mean it's different. You know, I never had this haircut before, and I mean she's enjoying it so far. You know. Yeah. I can't complain about that. And I mean, who else you gonna ask for?
You guys have the most stylish middle infield in baseball. I mean, Jazz is changing his hair color like every 4 days or something. So what does he think?
I don't know. He saw me the other day. He said that I look like the Miguel when I play with the not even with the Dodgers, with the Reds. He said, yeah, you look like an 18-year-old Miguel. So yeah, I'm happy with it. You know, like I've been the first couple of days I wasn't feeling that comfortable, but after that, you know, like I let it go and I embrace the challenge and the change.
Okay, you know, I'm an avid follower of you on social media, and you were doing one of the drills that you know, my old shortstop Omar Vizquel made famous, where the ball is flying at you and it looks like it's not even touching the glove. How the heck do you do this, dude?
So I guess you watch Omar Vizquel videos, right?
Yeah.
Doing this stuff on the street, shirtless too. I got the opportunity to see Vizquel doing this live, you know, in baseball games, pre-game when they, you know, what we call the show catch, when we play catch right in front of the dugout, right there. I seen Vizquel doing that when I was like 13 years old, and I say I want to do that. I want to be able to do that. And I'm gonna learn how to do it. So I went home and I started practicing at home, throwing a little ball to the wall, trying to do it with my hands. And I always was blessed with, you know, having a good hands and having the ability to do a lot of things on defense. But I mean, that's something that I'm really proud of, and I got from Vizquel, my favorite player. You know, you always try to do something that your favorite player do. So I started doing it like that way, and now I just want to look like him.
Okay, but Miggy, you have to be able to, you know, like you have to be born with that sort of skill set. Like if I tried that right now, do you know how many fingers I would break?
No, yeah, and then when the ball touches the glove, you're probably gonna end up having it on your stomach. You know, you gotta be careful. And if they throw the ball up here, I mean, you gotta be able to keep it away from your teeth. So yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna say that it's easy. It's something that takes a lot of practice. And I mean, you have to have some kind of special talent to do it, because thanks to the work and you take the time, you can actually accomplish.
Well, so there's always a lot of young kids that check into your episode because you're always so positive. Can young people work on that and then be able to develop that skill?
100%. I feel like if you take the time and just ask your parents or your coach to throw you the ball. And don't spend too much time on it, you know, because this is flashy. This is not routine things that you need to do on the baseball field. I don't want you to be practicing this in double plays. You're never going to need it unless you have to do like a crazy play, do or die in the World Series that you have to be this quick to throw a guy out of first base. I want you to be secure the ball. You know, that's the most important thing, I have to say. But it looks good. It's something that is going to give you like a hand and eye coordination. And it's going to give you another, you know, an extra talent of a skill set that you can use to surprise and impress people. I feel like sometimes when I was practicing at 15 years old, I was kind of trying to sign a big league contract. And a scout came to town to watch me do my tryouts and all that. And I did that when I was like playing catch. So that way I impressed them a little bit. So I feel like that's a good strategy. So if you take time, you're 9, 10 years old, you start practicing, tell your dad to throw you the ball and trying to do it. Just let it hit right here in the palm of your hand and just put the hand like this far behind and just trying to catch it. That's it.
Okay. All right. Good enough. My buddies, Jimmy and Jake, they've gotten so big. Everybody wants to invite them to an event, sporting event, concert, whatever. But you out there, you're like me, Chris Rose. You need to buy your own tickets to the game. I got the perfect opportunity for you. Our friends over at SeatGeek. Go download the app right now on your phone. You can shuffle through there for your favorite sports teams. You want to get ready for the baseball season. They got great prices for you. It's all right there, just a finger touch away. You want to go to a concert, go do that. The last 2 years because of the pandemic have been very, very difficult, but people are getting back together. Be part of the crowd. And here's the cool thing. If you download it now, you use the code word ROSE, you're going to get $20 off your tickets at SeatGeek for your very first purchase. So I want to get you in the great seat, and I want to save you $20 as well. And here's the cool thing. SeatGeek actually rates every ticket on a scale of 0 to 10 to make sure you're getting a really good deal. So green, good. Red, bad. One more time. Green, good. Red, bad. Go get yourself a seat today. I've been using it myself because the Guardians are coming out west to take on the Dodgers in June. Fingers crossed to get the lockout over. Download the app, SeatGeek. Use the promo code ROSE. Save $20 off your first order. We're going to have a blast today. We're going to catch up with your former teammate, Christian Yelich, the former league MVP of the Milwaukee Brewers. But we do need to catch up on some serious stuff. And listen, there's been an outpouring of emotion from the John Boy Media family and those of us that are big fans, those fans of the Rose rotation, knowing that you lost your mother and your grandfather in a week span recently. And we just want to tell you how much we love you and how much we appreciate you and just check in on you and how are you doing?
No, I appreciate that. And I felt the love, not just during this episode, but before when things happen, when things develop, happens too quick, for me to really put in words what I felt in that moment. But at the end of the day, I gotta thanks all the fans, all the people that follow my career, follow these episodes, and follow whatever I've been doing in baseball because of you guys is that I found strength to continue to be positive about life and continue to go forward because that's something that is never easy when you lose two persons in your life that I actually post something about my grandfather. I thought he was a superhero. I thought he was never gonna die, and I was feeling that in my heart, and I felt that way my whole life. I thought that I was gonna go back to Venezuela, and I was always gonna be able to see him and say hi to him and give him a hug. So it was kind of hard. I knew my mom was going through a lot of difficulties overcoming the situation, the cancer and all that. And I was kind of expecting a little bit more that could happen at some point, but it's never easy. And I found a strain on my family, my wife, kids, my sister, and you guys. Thank you for the kind words and for being on top of me. Thank you, Chris, for checking on me almost every week since that happened. Because I wish I can tell you that it's been easy, but it haven't. And I need to continue to focus on honoring them. And I did something a couple of days ago. I wanna reaffirm it here. I'm gonna be wearing number 11 this year because that was a number that I wore when I was younger, playing in my little league games, and my grandfather was always my coach. So I want to have this opportunity for him to watch me play in the big leagues with that number from heaven. So I'm doing this for my family. I'm doing this because I feel it's the right move and the right way to at least honoring them on the field, where a lot of the things that they taught me happens on the baseball field.
Miggy, I say this as a friend and as somebody who has lost both his parents. My mom died 15 years ago, my dad almost a decade ago. And it doesn't get easier. It's like what you do is, and that's such a weird thing because we're all so afraid to say the wrong thing to our friends and somebody that we care about because we don't want to upset them or hurt their feelings. But I love talking about my parents. I loved talking about my parents days after they passed away because they meant so much to me. And it's okay. Like, you're going to hurt, you're going to cry, you're going to laugh, you're going to smile, and it's perfectly okay. And you have to rely on people that care about you a lot during the next coming months and years, really.
No, and now that I'm actually more happy and proud about the things that I did in life for my mom. We talked in a very first couple episodes. I feel like it was one or two. We talk about my mom. We talk about our experience recording a disc for her, and that way now I can go on Spotify and listen to my mom every day of my life if I want to. And that's something that I'm really happy that I did it. And we as a family, we're gonna enjoy for the rest of our life. Other than the memories and all that, that we're always gonna remember. The good thing about it is we will forever love them, and they will forever be with us for sure.
That's great. Really beautiful words. We continue to send you happiness, love, and strength to you and your entire family.
Appreciate that.
As you continue to get ready for the season, you also have another job to do. You're still the guy, right, for the Marlins, right? You're still a player union rep.
I'm still there, man. I'm not gonna tell you that it's being an easy off season. I wish I can tell you that everything is great, Chris, but there's a couple things. Well, we already mentioned one. I want to talk to you about the other one that is it's being really frustrating negotiations. Like it's been really hard as a player to be in every one of those calls because it's not something that we used to. But we prepare and we're here for it, and we're gonna continue to fight for what is right for the players and for the players that are coming after us. Like the ones that they did when they fought for us in 94, 95, 2002. Those times are actually something that we can never forget. I got the opportunity to share a fly with David Concepcion, right? From the Reds. I'm a big fan of King David, and I was talking to him about he was one of the players on the last strike, and the last worst stoppage in baseball. And he told me how hard it was for him, during those times. I think he was in the league for his second year. He was part of two worst stoppage, and it wasn't an easy career for him on that end. So we gotta understand where, like, the people that sacrifice something for us to have what we have today. It's not all of a sudden that we have this nice clubhouse, nice ballparks, nice salaries, all the things that you think about that we're playing on right now is because others before us did the sacrifice to get where we are right now. And as a union, we gotta continue to do the same. We got the obligation of being the ones that are strong right now for the future and for the present as well, because I think we are in the middle of our careers, and our careers is not that long, and we need to fight for whatever is right. And that's why that's another thing that I'm focusing on. I'm getting ready for the season, but at the end of the day, this is way more important than what the people thinks.
Well, we're taping this on a Friday, and this is the day where, Major League Baseball yesterday had asked for a federal mediator to be a part of the negotiations. The players union came back today and said, no, thank you. I certainly understand it. I get it, because usually what a federal mediator will want to do is what's called split the baby, right? Just get this job. Their job is to get it done. And you guys have a lot more to lose in a situation like that than the owners do. And I think that fans have to certainly understand that. I would say this on Baseball Today this week, Plouffe and I were talking, and he went back and asked his little league team made up of 6 and 7-year-olds. He said, name your favorite baseball player. Only 2 kids could even name.
I read that today. Yeah.
A baseball player. That, to me, that's a little disheartening. It's a lot disheartening, somewhat shocking. And I wish that somebody would bring it up in a meeting when everybody is listening just for a second and to say, guys, I think we'll be fine. Like, everybody in this room is going to be okay. We're all going to make a lot of money. The game will continue on for another, but in 20 years, when those kids are 27 or 30 years old, they're not bringing their kids to the games. That could be a danger here.
Yeah, I mean, and I agree with you. We gotta think about that too. We gotta be thinking about our fans and everything that they need in about the players of the baseball players, and everyone that is involved with baseball needs to have responsibilities to get this thing going. And that's the thing. We need to go to work, and I don't think we need a mediator, to be honest with you. Like, this is my personal opinion. Mediator for something that we know we can go in a table and just continue to talk through negotiations, like the mediator, like, I mean, in the past, in history, having been working the right way, the way that we should expect this thing to end, and for us players, we don't think we need a mediator right now to talk about the things that we need to talk on a table. So that's where we are right now.
You know what we need? We need to lighten the mood. This is some heavy stuff. So we need our buddy Christian Yelich to show up like he just did.
What's up, guys? Nice hat, bro.
What's up, papito?
Wait a second. This is to make you feel right at home.
It is. I haven't talked to you in a while, dude. Usually, both of you, actually.
I know.
That's right.
All right, so let's talk about some fun stuff. You guys used to be teammates down there in Miami. Yelly, do you remember the first time you met Miggy Rowe?
I mean, it had to have been spring training at some time. I don't remember what. I mean, probably 2015, right, Miggy? That's when you got.
Yeah, it was in
over?
2015. Yeah, that was it.
Yeah, you were probably sitting on the floor cross-legged, and Martin was probably talking to you about something in his locker.
Oh yeah, I was right next to Martin like all the time, and I just wanna be Martin Prado next kind of player,
A good guy to try and emulate. Yeah, a great guy to try.
Exactly.
And Martin's the man, and like awesome teammate, as you know, and obviously a really, really great player.
So, what did you think? What do you think of Yelich? Bonus baby draft pick. Stud. Weighed about 130 pounds when he got up there. What'd you think of him, Miggy?
No, actually, I got to meet Yelich. I don't know. Well, you should remember it a little bit. In Jacksonville, we play against each other for like a series or something like that. And Yelich didn't really impress me that much in AA. Like I felt like Yelich was an okay player. When you see a player for a series, like you see this skinny kid. That's why I could never be a scout or anything like that. I feel like I don't know how to compare players in the big leagues with guys that are 19 years old in AA. So when I next see him in spring training, he was a total like different dude, like he was the guy. And I mean, seeing coming to the ballpark every day with the same kind of Converse, the white Converse. I'm betting you he's wearing Converse right now.
I got no shoes on right now. I'm barefoot. Yeah, I still wear like I dress pretty simple still all the time. Like I don't care. I got nobody to impress, So
exactly. So you see this guy rolling in with his Converse hoodie, and get ready to smack some baseball. And when you see him on the field, he's different. Like he's all in. He's trying to steal bases, making plays in center. He was playing left at the time, but I mean, hitting balls, hitting all homers in spring, complaining about like not being a good hitter in spring training because I mean, he was just getting 2 hits or whatever. Like, that's the kind of Yelich that I got to know in spring.
Well, it's one thing to like look at a guy like Giancarlo Stanton. You look at him and you're like, yeah, that's a future MVP. Like I could see that.
Right.
Did you ever think that Yelich could be an MVP?
I mean, when I watch him play in the big leagues, yeah, for sure. But I mean, I knew he couldn't. I probably not in Miami. But as soon as he went out of Miami, and he started playing in a better ballpark for a hitter. I definitely thought, the 20 homers in Miami will convert into like way too many more. You know how many times Yelich fly out to the warning track in left field in Miami? That was absurd.
Yeah.
He could have hit like 360.
That place sucks. I can say it now, but yeah, that place sucks to hit at. It's a nice stadium. It's a nice stadium, and I definitely love my time in it. But as far as trying to be a hitter there, it's not a great time unless you're Giancarlo, where it doesn't really matter.
Hey everybody, what I'm about to say might completely shock you, but the greatest quarterback of all time. He's not only the GOAT on the field, but he is the GOAT when it comes to investing. You might be familiar with his work in stocks and in crypto and now art. And now you can invest just like the GOAT as well, thanks to Masterworks. Now, Masterworks is the investing platform that lets you buy shares representing an investment in art forms and icons like Picasso and Monet. So you can be one of those real cool people that can talk about the artsy stuff as well. And even greater than that, art prices outpaced the S&P 500 by 164% from 1992 to 2021. Did you hear me loud and clear? By 164%. In fact, early investors already received over 30% IRR 2020 and 2021 from the sale of 2 paintings. Now, over 300,000 people have already signed up. So all you have to do, you get priority access with Masterworks game day promotion. You log on to masterworks.art/rose. That is masterworks.art/rose. And also while you're there, see important disclosures at masterworks.io/disclaimer. So be a part of the cool gang out there and go follow your dreams. So did that switch for you the minute you got to Milwaukee? Did you know that you could be MVP dude when you got up there?
No. I mean, I think there was so many things that went into it. I think that was probably the farthest thing from my mind. When I got traded, I wasn't trying to win the MVP or thinking I could win the MVP. It was weird. Like when you get traded, it's like, that was my first time being traded, obviously. So it's your first time going through a new season with new teammates in a new home ballpark. So everything's kind of new for you at the time. And, I think sometimes fresh starts are good. It kind of rejuvenates you a little bit. We were supposed to be a pretty good team at the time. I think the year before they'd missed the playoffs by like a game or something like that. And it was a really young core, a lot of young guys, a lot of guys that nobody had really heard of yet, but were really talented. Obviously everybody knows them now because they've been around for a few years and been kind of the core of our team. But for me, I was just trying to contribute and do my part. I was hitting them at the top of the order with low Kane. We were just switching off as leadoff or hitting second for the majority of the year until, I kind of got hot a little bit in the second half and started hitting second and third and not as much leadoff anymore. But I was really just trying to do my part on a good team and contribute and help us win, and made some in-season adjustments, which, who knows how intelligent that really was, but it ended up working out. And I got hot for a few months and ended up winning the award. But I think if you ask people, even at the All-Star game, who was going to win the MVP, I would have gotten zero guesses. You know what I mean? And including myself, like I didn't think that was going to happen. And then, it just kind of how it worked out, but it's how it is sometimes.
It's awesome. I do want to take you back to Miami real quickly. You had a chance to be around Ichiro as a young player, both of you guys. What was the coolest thing, or what is the best story? Yelich, you could start, about hanging out with Ichiro.
I mean, personally for me, I thought it was just like cool being his teammate. I grew up watching him. I think his first year in the league was probably 01, right? So yeah. I was 11 years old at the time. And so you got to watch him for a long time before you're even in the league. Like Ichiro, he's the man. He's doing it. He's all these things and definite Hall of Famer and all that. And so when you're playing with them, it's like one of those, like you have a few moments in the big leagues where you're like, oh shit, like this is actually the big leagues, and that's like one of them where you're like, oh yeah, definitely teammate. That's Ichiro over there. We're teammates, And for me, like I think my personal favorite, coolest moment with him was after he got his 3,000th hit. He was playing center field. I was playing left field. So he just got his 3,000th hit. We have the whole, everybody comes on the field and says what's up to him, congrats, all that. And then the inning ends and we got to go on defense and play out and play the bottom half of the inning in Colorado. And me and him are walking out together to the outfield and kind of just talking to him about whatever, how cool was it? He got his 3,000th hit. And then I had like this, oh shit moment when we're playing catch out there. I was like, the whole world, like all of Japan, everybody in this entire stadium is going to be looking at Ichiro in between innings right here. So like, I sure as shit can't like throw a ball over his head in between innings. And he's like running to the fence after he just got his 3,000th hit. So that's something that I always remember. And he's such a cool dude though. He's like a regular guy, like to joke around in the clubhouse, like super, super nice guy. And I really enjoyed the few years we got to play together.
I heard he was a great shit talker too, and spoke way more English than anybody.
Yeah, and some Spanish too. Like he spoke
some Spanish,
English. Like he knew a lot more than people believed. I think our teammates all knew. Like he spoke really good English and some Spanish, but as far as like people outside the game or outside the clubhouse, he definitely had them fooled a little bit, I think.
Miggy?
For me, it was just a privilege to watch him hit BP. You watch Ichiro hitting in the game, and you never believe that his approach in BP is from pitch one is to hit balls in the upper deck, bullseye. So I mean, it was weird to watching every single day and understanding why he was working on that, and until like you have the opportunity to ask him, like probably other teams that they're not teammates with him, they can understand why he was hitting in a home run derby every time he was hitting BP. Even when he was playing in the cage, he was trying to hit full homers every single time. And I think it was a privilege to watch Ichiro at the age of, I don't know what age he was over there, like 41, 42 maybe, 39. I don't even remember.
Like
but Ichiro hitting homers like he was 30 years old, more power than Chewy, then also or G and BP. He made all of the guys in our team look smaller than him when he was like 140 pounds and 5'10" or something like that. And that for me is something that I will never forget. And I think he told his he translated some days that some things in Japanese the reporters didn't know what he was talking about, and the translator, I could see on his face that he had to make it up for Ichiro because he was saying something else. I think that happens a lot of times. Yeah.
Did either of you guys ever try and get in on his stretching routine, or no?
No, I don't know if I have.
It's untouchable.
It's impressive though. His routine, like super routine oriented, I think is another thing that you could describe him as. Like it was, whether he was playing or not, it was show up at the stadium the same time, same amount of flips, same pregame routine, same in-game routine. Like everything was just exactly the same every day.
He threw long toss every single day. Make Marcelo Osuna arm hurt after like I don't know how many days. So Osuna used to have a cannon. He did. He hurt Osuna's arm throwing long toss for like 5 days in spring training because Chewy wanted to be his throwing partner so bad that he was throwing with Ichiro every single day in spring training for 5 days, and Ichiro always making go like almost to the wall, and he make Osuna's arm hurt. I remember that.
Who's got more style, Yelich? Ichiro, Miguel Rojas?
I mean, Ichiro, but for this reason, he wore a shirt like I think it was in spring training, maybe. I don't know. Miggy might remember this. Miggy probably remembers this story, but we didn't know it at the time. But he wore a different shirt like every day for a week, I think it was, and I could be like misremembering this a little bit, but I think Alan, his translator, was saying like every shirt that he wore that week was like the best-selling shirt in Japan that day. Like because there's such a big media contingent that follows him around. You know, everything he does, he lived his life like he was the president. You know, like this guy, everything he did, everything he wore, like it was national news in Japan. And I think every day he wore a shirt, and then the last day he wore a shirt that said like "This is the last one" on it or something like that. And then he was basically setting trends. I don't know if you remember that or not, Miggy. And I remember. It's something like that, right?
And
like,
remember the bags that he used to bring to the ballpark?
Yeah,
like really weird bags
and pants. Like he was all kinds of like.
Oh, he's a rock star, man. He's a rock star. Especially in Japan. Like Yelich was saying, everything that he was wearing, he was training in Japan. Like immediately, like everybody will go to the store and get it. So I will give it to Yelich over there. I mean, he got so much swag.
Yeah,
in Japan. I don't know.
Hard comparison to make right there. It's like,
yeah, exactly.
I mean, this guy is. Yeah, I don't even know who you would compare him to in the States as far as like fashion icon or literally just like national icon. Like, I don't even know if there's anybody in the United States that you could even put on the same level as him.
Miggy, he does not have your Jordan game.
He doesn't. He doesn't have that. It's a respectable collection Miggy's got there. I see him posting it all the time. And
dude, look at this. I thought I was in a Nike store or something.
It is a Nike store.
Jeez.
There you go. No, Yelich, no. I always like shoes, and I always have shoes hanging out on my locker, and I have so many like good teammates too. You know that helps me get to this point. I remember when we played with Cameron Mayfield, he actually showed up to spring training one day with a pair of shoes for me, you know.
Oh.
Gio Gonzalez gave me like 5 pair of Jordans last year. You know,
Gio's the guy. If you want Jordans, Gio's your guy. He was giving those to everybody on the Brewers when he played there. He got traded over, and like the whole team's wearing them. HP, all those guys had Jordans. He was getting them for the coaches. Yeah, Gio's the man, dude.
Damn.
So you're not, like I said, you're not doing it by yourself.
We will be right back to the Chris Rose rotation, but first, how about the big game? Super Bowl 56. Big game. Super Bowl, literally. It's happening in DraftKings Sportsbook in honor of said game. Is giving you 56-1 odds. That's $5, and you win $280 in free bets. Ooh. I like that. DraftKings Sportsbook is now live in New York. Means you can almost bet from a third of the country now. Geography, interesting. And you get a free shot at $1 million top prize with their first deposit. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use promo code ROSE and get 56-1 odds on either team. Bet just $5 and get $280 in free bets if your team wins. That's promo code ROSE, R-O-S-E, at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of Super Bowl 56. 21 plus. Minimum age and location requirements may vary by jurisdiction. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for full list of requirements and state-specific responsible gaming resources. Void where prohibited. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In Tennessee, call or text the Tennessee Red Line, 1-800-889-9789. In Connecticut, call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org/chat. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
A lot of people are probably wondering, so what are you doing to pass the time and all sorts of stuff? Yelich has become a TikTok star. I don't know if you know this, Miggy. I don't know if you follow him on TikTok.
I haven't seen it because I don't have TikTok, but I need to check it out. Okay, what is he doing? Let me see a video or something.
Yeah, we'll give you a taste of this one. Give a listen here, and then Yelich, you got to explain what happened in this. Here we go.
Uh-huh.
It's no big deal. It's no big deal.
You know what? I think it's too late now. You are Christian Yelich, so I'm happy for you. But eventually they're going to figure out this whole MLB lockout thing, and baseball's going to start up again, and the team will reach out. They'll have spring training dates, and you'll have to report to that. So once I get those, I'll make sure I DM them over to you or something. Also, equipment staff's going to reach out. They're going to want to know sizes, cleats, kind of brand preferences, that whole deal. We'll get you some bats too. I'll make some calls, make sure you get the right size, right model, right company, so you can go out there and have some success. It's going to be hard and all that, but,
What the hell was that?
Yeah, I think so. I work with some people that help me out with some social media stuff, and they're really good at what they do. And just we saw that. I was trying to get my username, which my username is Christian Yelich, or all of them on all my Twitter, Instagram, whatever. I'm not a huge social media guy, but all my names on there are just like my name, right? So I was trying to do that on TikTok, and it was like, oh, your username's taken. I was like, what do you mean it's taken? Like there's and then so I was trying to do like another one, like just put like an underscore on it, or like a 1 or 22 or something. All of them are taken. I was like, what is going on here? How come I can not get my own name on? And it's not like it's a super common name or anything.
Exactly.
So I was like, what's going on? I couldn't even get a TikTok thing. So then TikTok helped out a little bit, and finally got like Christian.Yelich, and then I forgot what happened exactly. Oh, the first one was like the Step Brothers like standoff one of the two names, which I thought was pretty funny. And then that one came, and she ended up making that video, and I didn't see it till later in the day. And it was like, it'd be kind of fun if we just like, pretended like, hey, you're going to be the one. You have my name, so you're going to be the one that's going to go to the spring training for the Brewers, and you're going to play the season. Like I'll take the year off and hang out, and we'll just get you all your sizes and your equipment, and have at it. You're in the show now. But I didn't think it was gonna. I mean, I had I don't even know what it was. I think I had like 100 followers at the time, and like that video has been viewed like 2.5 million times. So I definitely didn't think it was going to go as big as it did, but whatever. I was bored, and I had some time to check. I need to check it out now. Kind of funny. So nice bat, by the way.
Yeah, is that a Yelich signed bat?
Yeah, it's something that to the original Papito. I mean, a lot of memories, man. What a team, huh? What a team that was.
Still friends with a lot of those guys on those teams, which isn't too common, where guys like go on their separate ways and still are like buddies. So definitely a tight knit team, and a lot of good memories there.
Do you guys ever sit there and think? I know, Miggy, you must, because you're still there. But Yelly, do you ever sit there and wonder what could have been if guys had stayed?
Yeah, I think it gives you a great appreciation for how hard it really is to win and be on winning teams. It takes talent, obviously, but it takes a lot more than talent. And there's some luck involved there. And, for whatever reason, we came up short some years. I think we had a lot of talent on that team, and talent that came through the organization, but for whatever reason, we weren't really able to take that next step, get into the playoffs and do that whole deal. But it's just how it works sometimes. And when you finally make it there, you have a pretty good appreciation for how hard it is to actually accomplish that. And I was happy for those guys when they were able to do it in 2020. Reached out to Miggy, reached out to Donnie, and just realized how difficult that is. And I knew how long that's been a goal for. Not that that's the end all be all goal. Everybody wants to win a World Series, but in order to win a World Series, you have to get in the playoffs. And the more times you get in the playoffs, the more chances you give yourself. So I think that's a great goal for every team to start the year. Because everyone says in spring training, "Oh, our goal is to win the World Series." Well, yeah, of course, but you should have steps and milestones along the way. And I think winning the division's a good one, making the playoffs, and then eventually winning the World Series. So when they're able to accomplish that goal, I was very happy for those guys, and realized, how much some of those guys had been through over there, and realized, how much it meant to them. So I was extremely happy for them. And, they got a good team now too. Really good young team, a lot of good pitching. I know they got a lot of good young players on the way, so I'm sure that we're going to be battling it out over the next couple of years and in the not too near future, hopefully.
Yeah, you know what? When Miggy's managing that team in about 7 years,
Yeah, he's just gonna be there forever, man. He's gonna be a Marlin lifer. He's gonna play there forever.
I hope, man. I hope. You know how much I like Miami, and I actually staying at home. When Yelich come here, he shoot me a text or whatever, and we go have dinner and refresh all the memories from being here in Miami. And for me, it's amazing to have this opportunity, and I wanted to share the same thing. Making it to the playoff after all that we have to go through. And for me, I was living the dream of a lot of players that leave the organization, because one way or another, you're always going to be tied to that organization. Same with me, when the Dodgers end up winning the World Series a couple years ago, I was so happy for Jack Peterson, for Clayton Kershaw, for all of those guys, Justin Turner. I got to play with them, and I got to understand how hard it is and it was for them to get to that point, to overcome a lot of things to win a World Series. And at the end of the day, I think the lonely Marlin that stay in this team from that decade and from that time that we spent together. But it was a special bond, and everything that we went through, I feel like made a really special group of guys.
All right, a couple more minutes here with Christian Yelich, and we appreciate the time. What's the coolest thing you did this offseason?
Coolest thing I did this offseason?
You travel?
Yeah, I did some traveling. I've kind of been on the wedding tour a little bit, kind of at that age where a lot of people are getting married. So I've been to some pretty cool weddings.
Any show weddings?
Oh yeah, for sure.
What do we got?
Yeah, there's been some cool ones, and then
you're not going to give me one name?
Huh?
You're not going to give me one name? One big time wedding you went to?
I can't name the wedding, but it was it was incredible. Nicest wedding I've ever been to, and probably will ever go to in my
So
life.
it was one of these where you had to sign an NDA, like it
wasn't an NDA type wedding, but it was I'll definitely never. I feel fairly confident saying I'll never attend another wedding that's as nice. Yeah.
Okay, so what you don't have to give us the couple. What separated it from just I do, I'm in love with you? What's
it's almost impossible to describe. Just like the whole it was a 3-day thing. Like just each day individually would have probably been the nicest wedding I've ever been to. So then you combine the three, and you're just like, you know what, like, yeah, this is it. So that was
there. You
cool.
go. That was his vacations.
Yeah. So
that wedding itself came.
I made it to Miami for a few days. I wasn't there a super long time, but got to catch up with some old friends out there and some people that I've seen. So that was cool. But yeah, nothing too crazy, honestly. Just
damn, is that your dog?
Huh?
Is that your dog?
Yeah, I'm sorry. One second.
No.
Hey guys, come on.
I want to see this thing.
Hey.
Holy, are you sure you don't have a grizzly bear living in your house?
He sounds a lot more vicious than he really is.
What is he?
Here, Milo. Come here. See if we can lift one of these guys up. There's two of them.
Oh,
This guy.
oh, what
Cooper.
a cute dog.
Oh, look at that guy.
Bernedoodle. And then the other guy is gray and black. Same kind of dog though.
All right. Awesome.
But
That's nice.
they sound a lot more vicious than they are.
Yeah. I'm curious real quickly about the wedding. If you go to one that's that show, what the hell do you get them as a wedding gift that would actually?
I'm open to ideas because I haven't done it yet. I'm kind of thinking like, it's just like, I really just don't. I don't know. I think it's probably just like more the gesture than the actual like item that you give them, because it's like, okay, I'll do it. Thanks. But
Yeah.
Were there a lot of famous people there?
Not really. I mean, in some circles maybe, but nobody like movie star famous. I wouldn't say, no.
All right. Do you still keep in touch with my buddy Baker Mayfield?
Yeah, I talked to him. I talked to Bake maybe a week and a half ago. I think he's out here doing his rehab, I think.
He is.
Yeah, just hoping he heals up and gets healthy, and tough year for your Browns this year, Rose.
You and me both, brother.
That's how sports goes, man. Sports is it's an unforgiving world, and especially when you're an NFL quarterback, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I felt for him this year. I understand some of what he went through. I don't think I can completely relate, but I understand to an extent. But you've met him before, you know him. He's a great guy. I feel like a great teammate. Tough kid, obviously, going out there with what he ran out there with for 15 weeks or whatever it might have been.
Yeah.
But no, I still think he's going to be good. He's going to rest up. And hopefully next year they have a great year. They got a good team, but that's a tough division, man. You got the Bengals, obviously, are pretty good. They're playing the Super Bowl, and then you got the Browns and Ravens, and I guess maybe the Steelers. Who knows now? But
how did you do in fantasy football this year, Yelich?
Terrible. My team was shit, Maggie. It was terrible. I thought it was going to be good. I thought it was going to be.
You gotta pan it up. You gotta pan it up with me, man.
Hey.
I made it to the final last year again, and this year I end up getting the third place. So
what's your team name now? It can't be it's not the Tres Amigos anymore, right?
Is it Tres Mierdas now?
Is it?
Yeah, the three shits.
Oh man.
Because I got new trainer staff, and so I call him the Tres Mierdas. So
yeah, Dustin's not there anymore. Then obviously Martin's not there anymore, right?
Martin don't even. He's golfing every day now. He's not. He don't want to talk to me anymore, I guess. I gotta chase him. I gotta chase him around the golf course in Miami.
Yeah, you gotta let him enjoy the retired life, man.
Exactly.
What's your team name, Yelich?
I don't remember what they were this year. 2 years ago, it was I can't share the name of it, but it was geared towards the body issue. It had something to do with that year, but I can't say the name of it on here because it's just like it's not a super appropriate name.
Right. What do you call your name with Jake? With Marisnik? It was something funny.
So we can't say that one either. Like I was
Jesus,
terrible.
we're just screaming.
I'm always picking terrible fantasy football names, but I've had some good teams. I've had some good teams in over the years, but this year was not. A lot of guys got hurt, man. A lot of guys got hurt, and just didn't work out.
All right, so we had the whole Pete Davidson thing where he went down and took BP with you and everything. But now that you live in California in the off season, again, and he's spent a lot of time out here with Kim Kardashian, has anybody, when you're wearing a mask out in public, been like, "What's up, Pete? Where's Kim?"
I need to dye my hair blonde and like Sharpie on some like tattoos and stuff and see what happens. he's killing it these days. I think when I met him and we were doing that whole deal, that was probably like 2015 too, 2014, 2015, somewhere around there. So he's obviously taken off and he's killing it right now, which is super awesome to see. Just like what his life's become, it's incredible. So good for him, man. I'm happy for him.
I really thought somebody would mistaken you, like in a man like this picture where he's walking with Kim Kardashian, like from 100 yards. That could be you,
man. It looks like,
right?
You don't even know when they were hanging out in the outfield, like kind of the same height and everything. He's
a tall guy. There's a picture of us like
6'4".
side by side. There's a picture of us side by side somewhere, like in street clothes. Because I met up with him after that, like I don't know, a year or two later. But I think there's really not a day that doesn't go by to where somebody doesn't say like, "Hey, do you know you look like Pete Davidson?" Like I get that. Honestly, almost every day. But there's worse people to have a look-alike right now, I guess. But I think the blonde hair, like if I change my hair color and maybe put some of those tattoos and
Yeah,
stuff
the
on
henna
it.
tattoos. Yeah, go for that.
Yeah,
on the neck.
yeah. 'cause I don't-
Can you imagine Yelich with blonde hair and some neck tattoos?
Right. It's a good
Oh,
Halloween
that's-
costume. Or maybe I'll show up to the first day of spring training like that. and
Yes.
just watch
Man,
everybody
that would
freak
be-
out.
Now I'm on to something. I like
Yeah,
that.
have everybody think I lost
like it.
my mind in the off season. Just got like all these tattoos and dyed my hair. Like, awesome. Good Halloween costume. Though, so we might pull that one out next year. Actually,
I like it. I like it.
All right, dude. Let's spin the wheel of moderately interesting things and let you get back to your life to prepare for the end of the lockout and hanging out with Pete and Kim. Here we go. Stevie's wondering. We're in the area of being very superstitious when it comes to baseball. What is your biggest superstition?
honestly, I don't really have any anymore. I think I may have at the beginning of my career, but now it's just like people ask that a lot because people think they see like baseball is a pretty superstitious sport, but I think you play too many games to be superstitious. Like it's too many days to remember how to do the same thing. So
would you like a different
if we want to
question?
spin the wheel again, like we can spin the wheel again. Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Spin
Actually,
the bottle, Rose.
let's see here. I always like this one. Wild Ride. What was your first car?
Oh, that's a good one.
My first car was a truck, actually. It was a black truck. I think trying to remember like what it looked like. Was
Black.
Yeah, it looked black. It was a black truck. It was kind of nice. It was like nothing like super crazy. I bought it from Cutter Dykstra's old car, actually. I ended up buying it from him after he was like in pro ball.
Hold on, Lenny Dykstra's kid?
Mm-hmm. We went to high
Lenny
school
Dykstra.
together. Yeah. So we went to high school together, and I forgot how I ended up getting it from him or how that worked because it was so long ago. It was 14 years ago. But yeah, that was my first car.
Oh my God.
Cool story attached to it, you know?
Yeah, what do we got?
Nice.
Oh,
That's just, I don't remember exactly how, I mean, we were teammates for 2 years in high school. I know that, but then I don't remember exactly how like hey, I'm selling my truck convo went, but obviously it happened at some point and it ended up working out.
might be a few interesting stories coming out of that truck. You know what I mean?
Potentially. I mean, I can't confirm.
Miggy, what was your first car?
My first car was a Toyota Corolla. Back in Venezuela, it was like a 2005. It was a nice car because it took me everywhere that I need to. I bought it with my first paycheck when I signed as a free agent in Venezuela. So it was cool, I always gonna remember the first car because I bought it with my own money, and it happened because of baseball. And
That's sweet. What are you driving now?
I'm driving a nicer car now.
What are you driving now? Maybe tell everybody what you're
Come
driving.
on, man.
now.
What do we got?
There's 6 of them. Tell us.
I got a Lambo after this last year. I
You
got
did?
a Lambo, the Urus. Yeah.
What color is it?
So
You're bad.
it's white with red interior. So
Okay.
I'm driving well right now. So
Not 1 mile an hour over the speed limit. You got me? Not one.
man, I got a ticket the other day.
What?
Yeah, the police officer claimed that I was 30 miles per hour over the thing, and I got the max fine. And I believe that I wasn't going 30 miles per hour because it was here in Miami in a street that it was a 30 mile per hour limit, and I was going like 47. I think so. I still deserving the ticket, but not for 60. 60.
Damn,
30
you caught
miles per hour
you caught a
over.
reckless driving charge this offseason. Maybe what you got?
Bro, yeah. I don't know. I just know that I have to pay almost $400 to.
What?
Yeah. I mean, in
that
all
ticket.
fairness, 30 miles over the
369.
speed limit is kind of like the speed limit in Miami, like after running for
Exactly.
so long.
Exactly.
It's not exactly,
If you don't go over 30 miles per hour, people's gonna be like on you, like, hey, let's go, move. You know how it is, Jelly.
Yeah. It's
The
kind of like
guy just happened to be there.
Do you have a Lambo too, Yelich?
potentially.
What does that mean?
I might. I may have one. I may have
got
stumbled
one,
across
Jelly?
one over the last couple of years. Huh?
Really?
You got
Yeah.
one?
Yeah.
Nice.
We have the same car. Nobody knows. Nobody.
Really? Let's go. We ride the same car. Let's go.
Is it also white?
No, it's a matte gray. Yeah.
Damn.
Matte gray. Yeah.
You haven't brought that by the crib one time, man. I
know. Well, there's probably like 5 people that actually know I have it, but now there's obviously a lot more now that we've third on here. But
I like it, Yelich. I like it.
You know, just little subtle things. I don't know why it is. Like, I'm so like weirdly like private about my life. It's like it's crazy, but yeah, it's one of my it's one of like my weird things of where I just like, I don't know. I've always been that way, kind of, and just
no one knows. Well, I appreciate you sharing that. That's cool. Yeah. Would you like this as a hood ornament or no?
I would love that. I think I probably got one of these laying around here somewhere. Actually, there's probably one in here somewhere.
Oh, yeah. Look at this one. How about this one? Look.
There we go. I used to crush
the one that remember this wall? That was the wall in Seattle. How you crushed?
Hey, my face still hurts from that. I think I still get like headaches. Oh my God,
bro. I think that was the day that we almost threw a no-hitter, right?
The next day, that was we threw it almost in the night game, and the next day it was like, so like the story behind that one was like, I don't know, maybe the year before or 2 years before, Dyson robbed me of a homer in Miami when he was on the Royals.
There you go.
And so he was hitting, and like I always told myself, like if I ever get a chance to like get this guy back, I've got to get him back. Like you stole a homer from me in the show, like. I'm never going to get that back the rest of my life. There's always going to be one less one. So anytime I've been robbed, I think like 4 or 5 homers in my career. So like every time, like I got to get you back. So he hit that ball and I was playing center, and off the bat, I was like, oh, like this is the one. I'm getting him back right here. And so I was playing pretty shallow. They had me like shallow and kind of shaded towards like left center. Because I don't know, forever. I think they thought he was just gonna like slap the ball over there.
Because he got the noodles back.
Yeah, and he absolutely crushed this ball, and I was like, oh wow, this actually might be a homer. So I kind of remember turning, like putting my head down, like I didn't even look up for, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 like really hard steps, and I didn't do like the best job of like finding the wall and finding the ball. Like I found the ball. Kind of looked for the wall, felt the warning track. And in my mind, I was like, okay, like you better jump right here because you're about to crush this wall. And hopefully if you jump, it kind of softens the blow into the wall. If you can kind of jump into it rather than just running face first. But what happened was I mistimed the jump a little bit, and I jumped and I came up like 6 inches short of the wall. So I jumped and kind of like threw myself into the wall. And thankfully, like my hat kind of
crazy picture like this, like like that.
I mean, it hurt so bad. If it wasn't for the bill of my hat, my nose would have exploded. Like it would have been so bad. But really, I just ended up getting my bell rung a little bit, ended up having a bloody lip, and somehow held on to the ball. But in my mind, it was going to look super cool. I was going to rob him of a homer and get him back, but I didn't really rob him of a homer. I robbed him of a hit at the time, but. Yeah, I definitely think I still feel that one.
That was kind of better than robbing a homer. That play itself, and you're smashing your face in the wall. I mean, I'm glad that nothing happened, but I mean, that was fun.
I wanted to lay down there for like the next 15 minutes. I didn't really want to get up, but Mathis, I always remember Mathis.
Like, you better
get up every time.
Yeah.
If you're hurt, you're hurt. If then if you're not hurt, you better get up every time. So like I was on the ground, like. On my back, like, oh my God, like that just hurt. Like that wall came out of nowhere. And then I was like, oh, just like get up. And I remember Ichiro being like, holy shit, are you okay? I was like, I don't know. I think so. Coming over and like I gave somebody the ball. I might have gave it to Chewy or whoever was playing in left field. And like I just threw it back in. Just the rest of the inning trying to like, okay, like lock it in here.
Is that Edinson Volquez on the mound?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh,
man.
Yeah.
Look at hands on head. And you still stick the hand up at the end.
Yeah. I don't even remember. Like honestly, don't even know like what happened. Like it happened so fast, and like I got smoked though. That was a pretty good hit right there, and definitely just kept telling myself in my head, like, get up. Like,
Get
there's
up
nothing
because
worse. Like,
Matis is gonna be.
yeah. And I was like,
yeah.
there's nobody out there. The trainers are not coming out here right now. Like, I refuse to like lay on the ground, have the training staff run out to center field and be like, that's one of those things I hate so much. I hate when trainers go on the field, like we stop the game, everything, like, and the guy's like, okay, like I'm good. I can tough it out. It's like, well, no shit. If you could have done that, you should have just done that the entire time. Like, I think if the trainer comes out to see you on the field, you better come out of the fucking game. I don't know if I can say that on here, but that's like how passionate I am about it. To where like if you take that much time, like even when I broke my kneecap in Miami, I was like trying to like get up, and I was like, my legs actually not working right now. So like I don't think I can. Like, you want to keep hitting? I was like, well, yeah, but I don't think my leg works. So like, okay, you're done. But
like, I think this shit's broken. I think I might have to get out of here.
I actually didn't think it was broken. I mean, it hurt so bad, but I didn't think it was broken at the time. I was like, what is happening? Like, this shit hurts so bad. I'm just trying to like catch my breath. But that was the thing. Like, that's how we were raised kind of coming up in the game, was like, we had a lot of good, tough veteran players when we were young players. So it was like, if you're hurt, you're hurt. Like, that's fine. But if you're not hurt, like, let's go. Like, keep it moving, get up, like quit causing the scene, basically. And so that's kind of been my motto throughout the career, is like, I hate when the trainers come out and see me and talk to me and I'm not hurt. It's like, okay, like I might just need a second. That time it was against the Marlins too. I remember just sitting there, like, I was like, dude, like you want to get up? And I was like, no, like I really don't. Like, I need a second to catch my breath here, and then maybe we'll be good. And then yeah, I remember like them asking, like, you want to keep hitting? Can you keep hitting? I was like, I don't think my leg works. Like, I don't think I can stand on it too well. But yeah, we walked off and didn't think it was broken at the time. And then, yeah, I got x-rays, and that was that. But that's kind of how we were raised coming up in the game. It was like, hey man, like the trainer comes out if you need to. So that wall thing was like, you guys aren't coming out here.
Before we jump, I know we're closing out, but not just because Yelich here. What an amazing guy to follow. I mean, it's not gonna be considered like everybody else, like the guy who talks leadership, but the way that he always play the game and those little things that he's talking, a lot of young players can learn from that. And I feel like Marlins organization at that time have a lot of players, right? Older players, guys who's a lot of experience. We got Ichiro, we got Donnie, we got Barry Bonds, and all those guys who played the game for a long time. But you really can learn from Yelich, and I invite a lot of people to watch the way Yelich plays the game, because he always gonna run hard, he always gonna teach you, and he's gonna really be a leader by example, and that's what a lot of people likes when they play with him. Not be considered like a leader because he talks or he yells at everybody. He don't really talk much, but at the end of the day, he's a great leader, and I one of the best leaders that I play with.
You as well, man. Yeah, it's just, we always kind of believe that there's like a certain way you want to conduct yourself, and those are things you can always control, man. So no matter how talented you are, whatnot, and obviously there's a lot of ups and downs in baseball, but those are things that you can at least have an idea of how it's going to go every day. You don't really know how your day is going to go out on the field, but there's certain things in the game of baseball that you can control, and that you have conscious decisions that you can make every day of how you want those to be conveyed and come across. And it takes time. I don't think you necessarily know all those things when you're a young player. Or even now, I think you still learn things in the game that you haven't really experienced or haven't really seen every year. That's what makes baseball pretty cool, is every season, every game, every night, you don't really know what you're going to see or what you're going to encounter. And I think you're always constantly learning and evolving and trying to become a better player, a better teammate, or whatnot, and hopefully everyone's always striving to do that as long as they're fortunate enough to play the game.
Love it. Great parting words. So if we learn nothing else today, it's if you're hurt, you really better be hurt or you're puss.
That we have the same car now.
Yeah,
we're big timing.
If you see a matte gray Lamborghini out in LA area, it's probably 22. We're all trying to figure out what wedding he went to, even though he gypped the couple on a gift.
Not yet. It's going to happen. I just got to figure out what it's going to be.
Dude, what in the world could you get these people that would change their life?
I don't know.
Sending a bat, sign bat or something like that. I don't know if you're already giving some, but
no, even that would like. I don't know.
I can't wait to find out who this couple is. I am dying to know. I want a true Hollywood story on that shit. Yelly, it was great catching up with you, man. Don't be a stranger. Maybe we'll grab a drink or something at some point.
Yeah, I mean, it's great to see you guys. I was actually always wondering when my invite to come on the show is going to be. You know, I follow you both on social media and I always see you guys do this show. But I was like, I'm going to buy my time, and then so here's the thing. Miggy could have just texted me, but he didn't save my new number. I texted him my new number. He didn't save it. So he DM'd me. Miggy slid in my DMs asking if I wanted to go on the show. And I was like, yeah, man, you got the same number? He's like, yeah, I got the same number. I was like, I'll just text you.
It would be great if it had slid into the DMs of the TikToker who stole your name. Better yet, we would have had a great 45-minute conversation with that person.
Miggy hit me up on Instagram though. He didn't hit me up on TikTok. I don't really know how to use TikTok very well yet, but you know,
I'll hit you on TikTok. I'm glad you're doing it yourself. You know, like you're not having like a company that like manages your DMs and all that stuff.
We'll try. I'm still there. I hit you back and. We got to go.
I know. I saw that.
I don't know if my fat ass could fit in the Lamborghini, but I want to ride in that thing. I'm just saying.
Let's go.
It's big. It's not the small one. We got plenty of space.
Oh, are you sure? Because I thought I would have to grease my childbirthing hips just
to no. It's SUV, Rose.
Oh, okay. My bad.
Yeah,
okay.
Come on now.
Shit. All right. Great hanging out with you, Yelly. Miggy, it's always great catching up with you as well. And thanks, everybody, for consuming the product here on John Boy Media. Special shout out to our producer extraordinaire, the 7-foot-tall Robbie Scirocco. We will see you next time on the Chris Rose Rotation, a production of John Boy Media, all presented to you by SeatGeek.